Hello, this is Sam. This is a video in the 942.2 game I'm taking part in, which I will be doing soon. Once War Party releases his gem video, I will exterminate British vengeance on the Japanese fleet. Cough, cough. Anyway, what I was going to say, I might as well say the title of this video will be, what should Russia do? Now, someone's just released a video recently called dtroy. He's a YouTuber who does accent. He's great. He posts great videos, painted pieces, and recently a strategy video. He went to Young Grasshoppers tournament called Accent Allies at the Garrison, the YouTube channel. He's Operation Barbarossa strategy. Now, I've heard of the first term by major industrial complex in Romania because it allows you to go very heavy on Russia. It does, however, have the side effects of Britain be like, this is probably one of the only times Britain can actually be really aggressive, because if you chose to do sea lion now, it wouldn't benefit you. You're just wasting your money. So Britain's had the choice to build a factory in Egypt, but what I want to say is, what should Russia do now? It's G3, and here Russia is like Japan isn't going to do a declaration war. It's going to go J4, but Russia is here. It's their turn on the third term. Germany stacked Eastern Poland. They didn't want to split their forces up. I've attempted a kind of a general hand grenade, aggressive Russian strategy, where all their units are, they place blockers across the front, and they've got attacking units that can only move just one space behind, and the rest of their air force, free spaces, and their tank mechs a bit farther. Now, what should Russia do here? Now, Germany has stacked Eastern Poland with 30 infantry, 19 tanks, 5 artillery, and 4 mech, and 3 AA. They've got in Romania 6 infantry, 4 artillery. There isn't a threat by any Russian unit yet, except for 1 infantry, and possibly their air force could go in, but that'd be a waste of time. Now, Russia could, I don't see why they'd want to do this, could go into Eastern Poland with 10, 11 infantry, 11 infantry, 4 artillery, 2 mech, 3 tanks, 2 attacks and 2 fires. If they chose to do that, they'd be wiping out a massive bit of their force. Would that make sense? Does that seem right to you? I've not even run the odds yet, which I'm going to do. But what should Russia do? I mean, what should the Allies... I mean, the Allies have attempted this is just me fighting against myself, because I love practicing Allies. Italy tried to attack Egypt. They didn't have many good odds, but they rolled all 3 of their bombardments hit, and they rolled well, but then they had a great first round, and Britain had a mild round, and then it went all downhill for Italy, and Britain had the odds, and now Britain's basically won Africa by the third term, which is bad. America's Spanish beachhead, which I've started to fall in love with that strategy. If Japan doesn't do J1, that's a pretty... I mean, my go-to American strategies are now floating bridge, general hand grenades, if Japan does J1, or Spanish beachhead from Young Grasshopper, if Japan doesn't go J1. Green Shorts is also another good one that's not blood posted, but I'm still trying to get a hang of how to do that. But this strategy for Germany, major industrial complex, is great. Now, a lot of people say, well, Russia should just turtle in Moscow, try and build as many infantry as they can. Now, they can end up having a considerable force there, but it's just not a good thing to do. You're basically condemning yourself to lose Russia. You're just trying to hold on as long as possible. If the Russians actually did try and attack Eastern Poland, they still have a lot of men left, and they could also leave blockers to be able to pull back. And I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea for Russia to do, but they could do, and they could go for a heavy purchase this turn. Offensive units, because they're going to run out of them, and they've got these guys coming in that can reach probably. Germany wouldn't. dtroy said that Germany should take Moscow about turn 6, which is 3 turns from now. So these guys, 1, 2, 3, will not reach Russia, but they can if they get there on the 7th turn. But then that's probably the end of Russia, because Germany goes before them. So what should Russia do? What could they do in this situation? Should they go all out? Should they just pull back? Because the Germans now have presented them with a big block of men there, and a smaller army down here that they can't do anything about, because if they push forces down there, Eastern Poland borders Bessarabia and Western Ukraine, so they can just concentrate in Bessarabia and then push back up and put forces in Germany and stop Poland from falling and just push back up. What can the Russians do against that odds? They can go in all-out attack and hope for good dice. They're probably going to lose, but they have, just to put this in perspective, yeah, I'm just running it in my mind now, they'd have to get over 30 hits to even dent the tanks. And actually, no, they'd have to get, if they wanted to take a tank with them, they'd have to take about, is that 5 artillery? Yes, it is. It's 5 artillery in there. They'd have to take 39 hits with them. What should they do? Pull back? They could put all their units into Bryansk, all their guys from Belarus, Western Ukraine, and their guys from Moscow into Bryansk. I think that makes sense. Pull these guys back to Archangel, and then to Volgograd, and then into Moscow. They can't, if the Germans do this, it looks like it's just a turtle strategy, but is there any other way what they can do? Is there any other thing they can do that can stop this onslaught? This is just a quick video I wanted to post. I think it's pretty good. No, I'm sorry. Not brought my own trumpet there. I just wanted to, I just thought about posting it. Because actually, I'm still doing it. I've not run out my account. I still got a little bit of money left in for Axis and Allies. It's nearly dwindled now. It was a lot bigger before I started getting all these. I bought, and it started to run out, but I've bought another one. Yeah, I bought another one. I've got one war that I've always liked. I've said this for every single one I've got. Axis and Allies Revised, or The Fate of the World. It's a very highly rated game, and I've always liked the look of it. However, on Amazon, the best price for there for a while was, it was from the United States shipping, £150 plus £68 shipping. Yeah, that's £218. No, £215. I said £68 shipping, 450, so that's 218. Yes, that is correct. I can do maths. 218. Yes, it's £218. 150. Yeah, which in American money, I'm gonna say $250. About that. $240. I don't know, around over $230. I don't really want to spend that much on the game ever. There's no if I ever do that, I'd have to save up a long time, and I don't plan on doing that for a long time. Until I find out how much that deluxe edition is going to be worth. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting revised. It should arrive within the week, because I got it for how much was it now? I'm going to convert to American money here, about $45, which is a much better price than what it would have been. Like this is the only one left in stock, so it probably would have been my other chance to get it. So I probably should. So back to the fundamental question of this video: what would you do as Russia? I'm talking to you, Corporal. We know you. I know you with Russia. What do you want? I'm joking. Anyone? What should Russia do here? Should they just pull back to Moscow? Should they try and attack, which wouldn't make sense, or put all their eggs in one basket and put it in Bryansk, and then pull back slowly but surely to Moscow? Well, that's been Sam. Hope you've enjoyed. Bye bye.